Hi, everyone. This is Bob Black along with Matt McAllister and Blake Ellett behind the camera, our Spider TV, RichmondSpiders.com, where we have spent the past couple of days at the New York Football Giants training facility in East Rutherford, New Jersey, getting a first-hand look at a couple of former Richmond Spiders who are now members of the New York Giants. One of them's a veteran, Wynn, the defensive end, starting his 6th season with the New York Giants. And then, of course, rookie quarterback Kyle Lauletta, the 4th-round draft pick this year of the New York Giants. We're going to take you inside the Giants training facility. You'll get a chance to catch up with Kyle and with Kerry. You'll also get the sights and sounds of the minicamp of the New York Football Giants. So let's go inside the Giants training facility. Kyle, first off, describe the transition for you from being a football player to being a professional football player and the challenges and the opportunities that presents here with the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of similarities. You know, you get the same brotherhood type of feeling. It's just a group of guys, and everybody was in my position before, you know, as a rookie. But all these guys are about their business and are very serious about it, and all the rookies are too. You know, we have a little bit different schedule. We probably wake up a little bit earlier than I did in college, but everything's pretty much been the same. You know, practices, meetings, lifts, all go about the same way. So just learning one day at a time and trying to get better.
He's got, I mean, it's early. You know, we haven't done anything in pads. We haven't played any games, but he's got a nice calmness about himself that, you know, if things don't go exactly like they're drawn up on the board, his mind works pretty fast so far, and he finds the next guy, gets through his progressions. He has a good feel for anticipation and touch and things like that, so I think he's off to a good start.
It's different, you know, but my first 2 years at Richmond, I was in a similar situation where I had to sit behind some guys and wait my turn. So nothing that I haven't experienced before, just kind of trying to soak it all in and learn as much as I can. You know, these quarterbacks are learning a new offense as well. They had a couple months head start on me, so they know a little bit more than I do, but just trying to ask as many questions as I can, and I definitely use Eli as a resource. He's been very helpful and willing to help me out and answer any questions. He's really like a coach out there for me, so it's been great so far. The quarterback room is really tight-knit, and we get along really well, so just looking forward to continuing, you know, to develop those relationships and just growing as a whole group and getting better at the quarterback position.
Well documented that you had a plethora of offensive coordinators at Richmond. You also had 2 head coaches at Richmond who were defensive-oriented, Danny Rocco, Russ Huseman. Here with the Giants and Pat Shurmur, you've got an offensive guy as your head coach, plus an offensive coordinator in Mike Shula. What's that dynamic been like for you?
Well, it's great. You know, like you mentioned, this is really the first time I've had a head coach that's been on the offensive side of the ball, and I think it's a lot different. You know, he stands behind our huddle, and right after the play, both coaches will try to get in some quick coaching points. You know, they can't address everything right there, but if you should have, you know, ID'd something here, changed the protection, or you know, but I always turn right after the play. I'll look back, and if Coach Shurmur wants to say something, you know, he's right there coaching me, and he's involved. I mean, it's his offense, so everybody's learning his scheme, and I really like the way it's put together. You know, really well thought out, and I just really like it. But there's a lot that goes into it, so we're all trying to learn. But just an awesome resource being able to go to your head coach. You know, if you have any questions about it.
Hey, what's it like hearing the voice in your helmet now, which you never did while you were in college, as far as the play calling is concerned?
It's neat. You know, it's really cool. Sometimes, you know, there'll be a teammate or another coach trying to talk to you, and the play's coming into your helmet. So, you know, sometimes it's hard to juggle so many people talking to you at once, but it's great. It's great being able to have that, and it makes the communication really clear. And you know, you don't have to use as many signals and stuff. You just says the play into the helmet, and you got to remember it and spit it back out and kind of process the information, you know, from there.
What's the relationship and competition like with the other quarterbacks not named Eli Manning?
Yeah, well, they're friends, they're teammates. You know, Davis is my age. He was a rookie 1 year ago. You know, but he's great. We have a really good relationship, and you know, we're trying to learn together. And Alex Tanney is a veteran. He's been in this league, I want to say 7 years, so he's been around, and he's been with Coach Shula before, so he's another good resource and another great, you know, human being. They're all good people, and I just love being a part of that this team and especially that quarterback room.
On the other side of the ball, there's another Richmond Spider in Kerry Wynn. What have you gleaned from Kerry? What have you seen from number 72 over there?
I think he's enjoying this defense a little bit better than the previous year. I think this scheme really fits him. You know, in a 3-4 defense, I feel like you need big bodies who can run and who can move well, and that's definitely Kerry. You know, and I've been taking plenty of reps against him. You know, so I face him quite a bit throughout the week, and he's done really well. It just seems like he always shows up on tape. You know, he's batting the ball down. He's getting to the quarterback. One time a couple practices ago, we motioned the running back out of the backfield, and there's Kerry guarding him out wide, and even broke the ball up on a slant pass from me. So he was excited about that one, but he's a playmaker, and I'm excited to be his teammate.
He also mentioned if they had let the play go, he would have had a couple of quarterback sacks on you. How accurate is that, or have you been elusive of Kerry Wynn?
I don't know about that. I don't know if he's going to catch me, but no, he's been around the quarterback all camp, so he's going to continue to do great things here.
What are you doing non-football related? How ingratiated are you becoming in the whole Big Apple, New York? What else are you trying to do outside of football?
Yeah, nothing really. I mean, obviously spending a lot of off time, you know, going over the plays and such. But we've done a few things as a rookie class. We went to a Yankees game. You know, I've been to the city a couple times just to check it out, and obviously big place with a lot of things to do. So just kind of getting myself familiar with the area, and you know, got to look for a place to live here soon too. So just kind of doing all those things and trying to balance football at the same time. So.
Any message for your Richmond Spider guys back on campus?
No. Well, I mean, I've talked to some of them. I talked to Gordon the other day, Caleb Drake. I talked to KJ, and I was on the phone with Coach Corp a couple days ago. So just best of luck to those guys. And you know, I hear great things, and you know, I love that receiving core they have back. They have I think they have the best receivers in the FCS. So hopefully they're going to throw it around the yard, and really can run the ball too. That would help. But just good luck to those guys, and I know they're working hard back home.
Kerry, you've been around these parts for a while now. You're a veteran player with the New York Giants, yet you've got a whole new coaching staff to start over. So what is your approach, knowing that you know the landscape, but you're learning new coaches?
Well, you know, first things first, you know, I've been in the system for the last, you know, 3 years, 2 years, so changing up, you know, it was a little bit of adjustment, but at the pace we went, you know, it was pretty comfortable for all of us to pick it up, and you know, doing the mini camp and then doing OTAs and then doing another mini camp. You know, you're constantly going over the plays again, so it's gotten a lot easier to get down, and you know, starting to, you know, understand some of the lingo and the verbiage around, you know, defense. So at this point, I'm just able to play fast and move around.
How much of that learning curve did you have to do individually, and how much are you relying on teammates and you guys going back and forth to learn it together?
I mean, it was definitely, you know, nights after install where I had to, you know, spend like 30 minutes here and there, looking it over and trying to get everything down. And you know, sometimes the D-line would come, you know, in the field house and just, you know, run through some stuff or walk through some stuff just so we all were on the same page.
What's the vibe that you're getting? Obviously, last year disappointing at 3-13. New staff comes in. Is there a new attitude that's come in as well?
I like it. You know, we're all, you know, running around and relentless and getting after it, making the offense better, offense making us better, and you know, we're just battling out there every day, and that's how each and every one of us can get better.
How much have you allowed yourself to look ahead a little bit and envision what your role is going to be on this defense?
Oh, well, I mean, they put me in a few different positions. At this point, I'm just trying to, you know, whatever they ask me to do it to the best of my abilities and just go from there.
What have you seen, and I know it's been limited, from the other Richmond Spider who's on the New York Giants on the other side of the ball, Kyle Lauletta?
I've been watching him as many times as I can. You know, it's fun to look over there and see a Richmond guy. He's on the other side, so I can't cheer for him, you know, out loud. But you know, he complete a pass every now and then. I may give him, you know, one of those and tell him a good throw afterwards.
Have you gotten to him yet in any practice sessions? Would it have been a quarterback sack for Kerry Wynn on Kyle Lauletta?
I would have had a few hits on him so far, but I helped him up. If it was a game. So.
What have you tried to talk to him about, not only the football side of it, but you've become a New Yorker now as long as you've been here. I know the roots are still in Louisa, but how have you tried to help him along in just the process of becoming a professional football player?
You know, just, you know, stay in his playbook. You know, he has some good leaders in in the quarterback room, obviously. So, you know, just taking one day at a time, don't overthink anything. Just at the end of the day, it's football, so going out there and having fun.
And how comfortable is Curry Wynn being a veteran professional football player now?
I mean, it's, you know, year in, year out, you know, confidence builds, and just same mindset at the end of the day, though. You know, going out and as an undrafted guy and making the most out of every opportunity.
Any message to your old college team and those guys as they finish up the summer and get ready for the start of the college football season back in Richmond?
You know, just stay healthy. You know, I'm always, you know, watching when I can, and wish you guys the best.